Now I will call Professor K.T. Parthibanji from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. This university is very prominent, and you will be surprised to know it has produced more than 100 IFS officers. I don't know how many of you may be knowing this only university, and many times I used to forget the name of the place, Mettapalayam. I very with very difficulty I just try to remember this name, but it has contributed more than 100 IFS officers. This is a big contribution, and Parthiban Sahab is implementing a consortium model, which is also very unique, where they brought all the stakeholders and getting the nursery owner is there for getting the loan, the insurance company is there, technical guidance. I think that is the best platform they have created. So I will just invite Dr. Parthiban to share his views on this, how we can take benefit of this new policy. Dr. Parthiban, please.
Morning there. Morning, everyone. Respected panelists. I am Dr. Parthiban joining from Metropolitan. Please confirm me whether my audio and videos are visible.
Yeah, you are visible.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the invite as well, and thanks for all the deliberations. I'm really happy to listen to all the panelists. So this is once is first of all we must really welcome the government of India initiatives on leasing of the land to either industry or maybe participatory lending. The exact conditions have to be very clearly spelled out. Because as Dr. Cyril Pandey sir said, leasing to land to the third party and the developmental process is not new to India. But what had happened is land was leased only to within the forest department by creating a plantation like TAPCON. Take Tamil Nadu. When we started this model of contract farming model, we introduced two systems. One is the captive model. Second one is a farm forestry model. Captive model is getting the land leased wherever it is available, particularly the government of Tamil Nadu lands. In fact, the revenue department, HRNC department, even other things, wherever it was available, we have just taken the land on lease. Industry invested money, and the benefit sharing mechanism was very clearly spelled out. Whether it is a benefit sharing mechanism in the name of product or benefit sharing mechanism in the name of money. So that was a system which one is a land lease model, second one is a benefit share model. So it was existing not in a larger thousands of acres. I think we have gone to a maximum between 10,000 and 15,000 hectares that was done. So why I'm saying this are for the industries, because most of the panelists and most discussion in the whole country, it happens only for two sectors of industry. One is pulp and paper industry, and second one is ply and panel industry. But to be frank, India has endowed with more than 19 sectors of industry. State of Tamil Nadu alone, we have estimated total the demand of wood and wood resources for a solid wood alone. The industry which depend on solid wood alone, we have estimated between 70 and 80 lakh tons. And for the sectors of energy, both for co-firing and for a combustion, and along with the gasification, of course, the entire process it takes almost 100 lakh tons. That means even for a simple state of Tamil Nadu, total volume of wood demand is 200 lakh tons. So what is available? The known source is 1 lakh ton from Tamil Nadu Forest Plantation Corporation. That means 99% of the wood has to be sourced. That's a problem now. Lot of uncertainties. Though contract farming exists, one industry plant, other industries are taking it. So maybe all these things are challenges. That's the reason wherever we go, we always present the challenges like production level challenges, processing, maybe marketing or consumption level challenges. What I am trying to say here is, I think industries they have to very clearly use this policy, because this will definitely help the industry to create a captive model. That means captive model means you can develop your assured own plantations, and maybe 50%, 30% or 70%, even 100% of raw material can be sourced. What is needed is let the industry invert. When the question of benefit sharing, maybe the government and the industries, you can sit together, develop a systems. Coming to the lease conditions, maybe what is needed is more than DPR, more than anything else. What is the lease conditions? The government of Tamil Nadu or government of India or respective state government, what are the lease conditions? You make this explicitly written on the systems. What are the lease conditions? Because once the land is leased out to X or Y or Z, very clear, it is their responsibility. But ultimately, the owner of the land is the forest department. Let them ensure, like, what are the conditions to be maintained, like biological diversity, soil conservation, or whatever things. Even what I suggest is, industries be very clear. You take a land, what they work out the conditions explicitly. You develop your management plan for the leased land, and within that also, like the government of India says, 33% of the total geographic area must be under forest. Automatically, exactly same is the case. Whatever the land is taken out of it, you take 33%, 30% to 33% as a typical forested area, maintained with a large biological diversity, whatever the case may be, you can also do it. Otherwise, you develop a model. Monocultures can slowly be replaced with not as a multicultural, but a product specific. For example, originally, I'll tell you, there was a debate on Melia also. 2004 and 5, 6, when the Melia was introduced from Tamil Nadu, it was not for plywood and panel industries. It was introduced only for a paper industry. But paper industries have not listened because we made a very clear presentations. This is a low density wood, high cellulose, definitely specialty paper, it may be amenable because of the lignocellulosic composition is very, very robust when compared to eucalyptus, cashew, even bamboos also. But only thing is it has to be either blended or you have to look for a specialty. Industries never listen. But it took nearly 10 years. 2004-5 it was introduced. 2015 it has been adopted. 10 years. Now all contract farming, Melia dubia has been incorporated by the industries. A panel industry, plywood industry, paper industry, even gasification, energy sector of industry also they are using. So that is the reason the multi-sectoral species, not exactly eucalyptus, poplars. Why not the other species? Maybe lease policy may also look for a inventalization of new indigenous species as well. Many is one. Similarly, tuna ciliata. Recently, 6-year-old tuna ciliata has been demonstrated to the visitors of Government of India. Of course, both from almost all sectors of industry visited when they visited Tamil Nadu. 6 years old tree species have been harvested before them in the farmers' field. It has been demonstrated to the committee with the industries also how it has been known. And the quality is more superior when compared to Melia dubia, even eucalyptus, in terms of color, in terms of density, in terms of recovery as well. So I am saying this, the land, this is a good move for the industries because hereafter at least industries, several industries, even I have to record here, only one or two industries are planting, other industries are enjoying the total benefits. Now this policy, the land lease policy of Government of India, if this is going to give a priority to the industries, let the industry invest money, let them develop a plantations own captive model so that 30% or 50% or 70% or even 100%, let them source their own raw material resource. That was the policy of 1988 National Forest Policy. 2014 policy, agroforestry also indicate that increased participation of industries. Now land lease policy, land is going to be available. But the only thing is, they say degraded land. So definitely, one is the land lease conditions, second only technological adoption, what are the technologies available? Because we have been talking about agricultural landscape. Today, again, we are going back the forested landscape, that to degraded forested landscape. That means there must be a technological mission should be available here. That is very, very important. Because again, we are not going to consider one or two species, maybe multi-utility species, that can also be possible. So definitely there is a greater scope because industries can ensure their own raw material. It is going to be a captive model. The sustainability in terms of raw material availability, and you can also create a rural employment because the local communities or the neighboring villages, they can be involved in the entire production to consumption process, nursery, plantation development, plantation management, felling, harvesting, loading, of course, debarking and a value addition. And definitely, this is going to extend a beautiful landscape for establishing a decentralized business establishment as well, not only to industries. And second thing is, because today people, every industry started importing materials. So one of the major thing is indigenous production cost is high, raw material cost is high, highly erratic. So if you are able to produce this captive model, take it granted, you can be competitive as well. Industries can become a competitive in terms of imported material as well. More than that, the quality you can ensure. You take panel industries, whatever the eucalyptus identified by, as Dr. Sunil Pandey sir said, it was developed only for paper industries, and that is deployed now panel industries. So definitely there must be technology development exclusive for a panel industry. Within the panel, clones for a plywood, clones for a medium density, clone for a particle board, clones for other sectors of industry. Why not? They say even plus door. Today all hardwoods are converted into plus doors. All hardwoods. That means the sectors of industry is not known. Another major industry today emanating the entire country is packaging industries. And there is a poor discussions across India. Packaging industry, you don't believe, without the systems, they are taking much more raw material. Originally, it was imported material. Today they are all using only indigenous, locally available material, whatever it is available. Even one-time utility also they are happy with. So that means that industry is growing at an alarming rate, and there is a huge demand. Under all these conditions, definitely my request by maybe through this platform, what I want to say is maybe all the industries, each and every state, because what we are why we are talking about the entire database. We have established a consortium, two institutions. One is Consortium of Industrial Agroforestry, which link entire stakeholders, producer to consumer. Who is consuming, irrespective of the industry, we identify them, make them compulsory members. What are two things? One is let them say what is the demand. Let them also say what are the challenges. As a research organization, our idea is very simple. What are the challenges available? Production level, technology development, processing level, update with the industries, consumption level, marketing, demand and supply pattern assessment. Everything is being done by annually, because annually we invite all the stakeholders, debate the entire system. What was done in the last year, we present them. What are the challenges? Who is the competitor? Where the wood is going within from Tamil Nadu to rest of the country? Where from wood is coming from rest of the country to Tamil Nadu? All these things. So what is needed is each and every state you develop a typical database, availability and establishment, wood demand and supply pattern, very poorly understood. Once if it is known, industry must be very clear what is the extent of area to be developed. For example, for state of Tamil Nadu, we have recently submitted a proposal to government of Tamil Nadu under Green Tamil Nadu Vision and for a TBGB and the state agriculture department also. This is the total volume of wood demand for the state. To achieve this total volume, for a 30% achievement, this is the area to be approached. For a 50% demand, this is the area to be approached. For a 75 and for 100%, we have given the total area to be approached in the agricultural landscape. For all these things, I think industrial partners, land availability, the problem is small and medium sector lands holding. Treating them, converging them, it's a very challenging factor. Under these conditions, I think the policy, land lease policy, definitely it's a welcome issue for the researchers, welcome issue for the forest department because land is going to be restored, welcome issue for the industries because they are going to get the raw material sustainably, establishing an assured, captive and the quality raw material. More than that, you are going to build the hotel, attach the green credit program also. That is also going to be a mandate because a lot of environmental compliances are there for the industries. You can also take the benefit of this green carbon program. More than that, the certification standards today, Government of India Praman certifications, maybe whatever the certification available, PFC or FSC. I think for all these things, definitely the entire blockchain system, this land lease policy can play a vital role. But what is needed is appraise the government, respective state government, because several state governments maybe they may sometimes follow the Government of India policy, sometimes may not. So we have to make them aware of the systems, the benefits, both the productive benefits, ecological benefits, environmental benefits, societal benefits, more than the economic benefits, what the country is going to get the whole system. All these things. So I really, because this amendment is really a good welcome to the industries particularly. But only thing is industries have to take part seriously so that your raw material, you are investing on the entire body, but investing on the heart is very important. Heart investment is nothing but raw material investment. If you are investing in the raw material, take it granted, India's security in terms of raw material is going to be a reality, and we can be globally competitive as well. That's my initial talk. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Parthiban.